Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Claire and I put out videos about luxury bags and accessories. So if that is your thing, please click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, you'll know when I upload a new video. Now, back at the beginning of the year, actually in January if I recall, I put out a video which was my 2024 wish list, and I ran through the things that I was looking or hoping to purchase this year in terms of luxury. Now, it was the first wish list video I'd ever done, because up until the end of last year really, my wish list was very much a ever-changing entity. Things were dropping on and off all the time, and I never really actually compiled a proper wish list, as it were. So it got to the end of last year and I found myself in the very fortunate position, and I do acknowledge that it is a very fortunate position to be in, whereby most of my bases were covered when it came to luxury handbags. So I found that you know, my lifestyle, going out occasions, I wouldn't really struggle to think about, well, what bag would I take? I would have a bag that would cover most occasions and most reasons why I would be wanting to use a luxury bag. And as I say, that is a very fortunate position to be in. So I thought in 2024 that meant really that I was looking for luxury bags that were very, very special, very specific, and a little bit different to sort of what I already owned and what I already was using, you know, on a daily basis and so on. And then there were a few other items, some very specific items that I really wanted to get. So last year, at the end of last year, it made sense for me to actually compile a wish list. And as I say, I put that video out and I went through what was on my 2024 wish list. So I thought in this video today I would do an update on that wish list, have a look at what I've actually purchased from that wish list and what I haven't purchased, and maybe look at the reasons why I haven't purchased certain things that were on that wish list, and whether they're actually going to drop off my wish list going forward or whether they're going to remain on a wish list for next year. So I've got my phone here with all the items that I discussed on that wish list video, so we can go through and have a look and talk about what's happened with each one of them. One of the first items that was on my wish list was the Fendi O-Lock strap, the really beautiful gold chain strap that would be an alternative strap, mainly for mini baguettes. It goes on mini baguettes beautifully. It would go with my mini sequin baguette, it would go with my mini fuchsia baguette. You could also use it on regular size baguettes, so it would go with my blue regular size baguette. And I had a look at that strap last year at my appointment with Fendi around Christmas time, and then I actually tried it on my mini baguette when I visited Fendi in March, because I had my fuchsia mini baguette with me. I haven't purchased that strap yet. It is something I still would like. The reason I haven't purchased it is purely because it's not a priority. It wasn't really a priority on my wish list, I guess. For me, it was a really kind of nice to have item. And every time I've been to Fendi this year, something else has kind of taken priority. There's been something else I've wanted more than I want that strap. I still would like it at some point. So I'm just gonna keep that on the wish list. That will roll over to next year, and possibly I'll get it next year. But there was another Fendi item that was very high up on my wish list, and this is one of the first items I did actually buy from Fendi this year, and I really wanted a Fendi black leather O-Lock belt, the thin one. It's about 2 centimeters, and I did actually purchase that when I visited Fendi in March. I unboxed it on my channel and I'm actually wearing it today, so if I stand up you can see that I'm wearing it on my wide leg trousers today. It's the O-Lock design there, gold buckle. I love this belt. I wear it so much. I have this thin 2 centimeter belt, and I have a Saint Laurent black leather 2 centimeter belt with a silver buckle. Those two belts, I pretty much wear one of them every day. You know, I just alternate between the two, whether I'm wanting to wear the gold or the silver. But yeah, I just wear this. I probably wear this more than the Saint Laurent one actually. So I bought this one. There will be more sort of thin Fendi belts in my future, I know, because it is one of my favourite belts. So yeah, so that was my first Fendi purchase, and I purchased that around about the same time that I actually purchased another item that was on my wish list, and that was the Louis Vuitton passport holder. I did say I wanted a Louis Vuitton passport holder this year, and I actually bought this one from the Colour Mania collection in the beautiful pink. Look at that pink. I've said before, I'm not really a pink person, but I mean, honestly, that pink is just divine. I love this. Now, I will have to confess, I've not used this. This is not the most useful item from Louis Vuitton if you use it as it was intended to be used, as a passport holder. I knew when I bought this that I was going to New York, and I thought, oh, I'll use this, take my passport in this to New York. I ended up not using it because, as you may know, I took my wallet on chain as my kind of like little bag for being in the airport and on the plane. And obviously, you know, by the time you put your passport in this and put it in a wallet on chain, you've taken up most of the space in the wallet on chain. So it was much easier to just put the passport in without any cover on it. Also, when you're going through passport control in various countries, one of the first things you have to do is obviously take your passport out. Now, I'm sure that Amelia Rose from Amelia Rose's Closet has mentioned this very same thing recently, because she was talking about her favourite Louis Vuitton SLGs and also SLGs that weren't quite so useful. And I think this one came into, you know, the category like I am, really. A lovely item, but not the most useful because of exactly that. You have to keep taking your passport in and out. So yeah, so I bought this and I haven't used it, but I don't mind. I really don't mind. This is so beautiful. As I say, this pink is so lovely. I really liked the Colour Mania collection when it came out, and it's one of those collections where I just wanted a piece from it, and I really like this piece. This is what I decided to get, and I don't care that I haven't used it. I'm just glad to have a piece. I'm not a collector, but there is a little bit of a collector in me, and occasionally something comes out, a collection comes out, and I think I would love to have a piece of that, like the Fendi collection. And this is one of the other ones, the Colour Mania. I just really wanted a piece of it. This was on my wish list. I got it. I'm really pleased I've got it. Yes, okay, haven't used it, but I don't care. I might find another use for it. There's other things you can do with this. It's got card slots, it's got the 2 slots in there. I might find another use for that. So that was my item from Louis Vuitton. Other items from Louis Vuitton I said were on my wish list was Louis Vuitton perfume. And I was looking at either City of Stars or Rose de Vent, and I think I'd also said that I tried Spell on You and On the Beach and a few different perfumes, and that I was going to get myself a new Louis Vuitton perfume. When I put out that video, I'd recently just had a Louis Vuitton perfume gifted to me for Christmas from my husband, so I wasn't in a mad rush to get one. But in the meantime, Fendi released their new 7 fragrances, some of which are absolutely beautiful, and I ended up purchasing one of those instead. So this is, I don't know if you can see that, the Fendi Sempre Mio perfume. I unboxed this on my channel a few videos ago. I did a vlog when I went up to Fendi for a fragrance event, and I'd created my own potpourri, and while I was there I thought it was the opportune time to purchase the perfume, which again my hubby had bought for me as a slightly belated anniversary present. So yes, this is my Sempre Mio perfume. So I've bought that instead of the Louis Vuitton. I've got quite a bit of nice luxury perfume now. I'm not really looking to buy any more in the near future. I need to just use and enjoy what I've got, and then when I start running out I can maybe then look at some of these other fragrances, and then maybe somewhere much further down the line I'll look at these Louis Vuitton ones again, because they are fragrances that I do like. And then I think this is the final thing that I had on my wish list from Louis Vuitton, was a 6-ring key holder. Obviously I do already have a monogram 6-ring key holder, which I use all the time. I use it every day because it has my keys on it. But I was going to look at getting a leather one, because the canvas has held up really well. I've had it for years, but it is starting to look a little bit misshapen and a little bit old, and I was thinking of maybe getting a leather one. I had my eye on a pre-loved one actually. It was a really nice pre-loved one on a pre-loved site. I kept looking at it, but I didn't move quick enough because, yeah, I ummed and ahed and delayed too long and somebody else bought it. So that one's gone. I think this is an item I will probably just bump to next year's list, and potentially I might look at getting a leather one next year. I haven't looked recently on the Louis Vuitton website to see what they've got in terms of leather 6-ring key holders, but again, because I've already got one, I'm not absolutely desperate for it. I don't need to rush out and buy it, you know, anytime soon, so I'll just roll it over onto next year's wish list, and if I happen to find one or see one or find another one pre-loved, then maybe that will be something I get next year. So yeah, so that I think was everything with Louis Vuitton. If I go back to Fendi again, something I haven't got yet, I did say I wanted a cashmere scarf, and it didn't have to be Fendi, but I said I would probably like it to be Fendi if they have one that I like. They do have a few that I like at the moment. Obviously their winter items are in the boutique at the moment because it's winter here in the UK. So yeah, when I next go to Harrods, which will probably be, I don't know, probably nearer Christmas now, I might have a look at their cashmere scarves, and there might be one that I pick up then. I do like a couple, and as I say, I still would like another cashmere scarf, but again, it's an item that I'm not absolutely desperate for, so it's got to be one I like, and yeah, you know, we'll see. Right, something else I did get last year, and this was again one of the first things I purchased after I'd done that wishlist video, were my Roger Vivier trompette shoes. Now these are absolutely beautiful. These have got the low heel on them. They're grey patent. I said in the video that I was probably going to get a pair of these Roger Vivier shoes in black, because I thought black would be versatile and would go with everything. I did mention that I liked the grey and that I may get the grey. Well, I very much decided to get the grey. I decided to, you know, veer away from black. I've got quite a few black pairs of shoes, and I just thought, yeah, let's go for something different. I don't have any shoes in this sort of colour, and I'm so pleased I went for these. These are so comfortable. They are very well worn. They are holding up very well. Yes, comfortable. They look great. They go with so many things. I was really quite surprised at how much they go with in my wardrobe actually. But yeah, these were one of the first things I got. If I think back, I'm sure I got them on one of the Harrods 10% off weekends, because I'm sure I got 10% off of these. Yeah, which was obviously worth having. They're looking really good actually. They're, you know, the front of them look fine, no real wear and damage on them, and yet I have worn them a lot, so I'm very pleased with them. And I think there'll be more Roger Vivier shoes on next year's wish list, because I would really like another pair, different colour, maybe a different heel height, I don't know, but yeah, potentially going to be more Roger Vivier on the wish list. Okay, so what should we move on to now? Oh right, okay, Fendi baguettes. Okay, Fendi baguettes. Now, one of the things that was on my wish list, a specific Fendi bag, was the white mini baguette, and I haven't bought that. Every time I've gone to Fendi, I've bought something else. Yeah, I'm not sure if I still want that. It's there in the back of my mind. I've gone 2 summers now without a white bag. That was what I wanted it for, was for the summer. And as much as I love the mini baguette, and I really do love the mini baguette, this year has certainly taught me that the regular size is my baguette size. It's definitely my preferred size. Now I have mini baguettes and I do use them, and I use my fuchsia mini baguette, but I haven't used my fuchsia mini baguette as often as I've used my regular size baguettes. It's the regular size baguettes that really, really get the use. So I think, for me, the regular is my size. I think with the mini, it has to be now probably for me more of an occasion bag or a very special bag, not an everyday bag. Now again, I wanted this white mini baguette to be kind of like a white everyday bag for the summer, but mini baguettes are just not everyday bags for me. I love the beaded mini baguette that I saw up at Fendi a couple of visits ago, and that would be a bag I would be open to getting because it's an occasion bag. It certainly wouldn't be an everyday bag. But I think when I'm looking at a baguette as an everyday bag, then I have to go for the regular size. I love the mini baguettes. They have their place here with me, definitely, but I don't use them as much as my regulars, and it's the regulars that I definitely go for as an everyday bag. So I'm not quite sure if the white mini baguette is going to stay on the wish list or not. I think there's too many other Fendi baguettes, other Fendi items, other bags that might push it off the list. So we will see next year. The other thing I said I wanted, Fendi wise, which I haven't got, is a vintage Fendi baguette. I have been looking, definitely been looking, and I have been tempted. There is a fair few on Instagram that I've seen, and quite a few posted by Una from Vintage Lover 83, who as you know I bought a different baguette from, which we'll come on to in a minute. But yeah, I've looked at the vintage baguettes that she's had for sale, and yeah, they're stunning, some absolutely beautiful ones, and I've been very tempted. Why haven't I taken the plunge on any of them yet? Well, mainly because they're very elaborate. They've got lots of detail on them. If I get a vintage baguette, I kind of want it to have that elaborate look and that detail on it. But when it comes to my wardrobe, those sort of baguettes are very much going to be the star of the show. So I would not want to dress in a way that clashed with their pattern and the stunningness that they are, if that's even a word. And I do wear a lot of patterns. If you know my style, you see my photos, what I wear for my videos, I do wear a lot of patterns, and so lots of the vintage baguettes that I've seen that I love, I know would clash with a lot of my wardrobe. And if I was wearing those bags, I would have to wear block colour, and I don't wear a lot of block colour. She says wearing block colour today. I've got black trousers, black top, and just a striped cardigan. I'm actually wearing block colour today, which is very, very rare for me. But yeah, most of the time I don't wear block colour. So when I've seen a vintage baguette that I love, and it's been very elaborate, very beautifully patterned, I've thought, oh, it's gorgeous, but I've really struggled to think, well, what would I style that with? How would I incorporate that into my very, very heavily patterned wardrobe? The other thing with vintage baguettes is they're not as versatile in terms of how you can carry them. They are just top handle. You don't get these extra D-rings that you get on the regular baguettes these days. So you are just top handling them. And for most of the occasions that I wear my baguettes, I do crossbody them. I do top handle them as well, but I love that option to crossbody them, and I probably do crossbody them more than I wear top handle. So again, it would be, will I get the use out of a vintage baguette if it is only top handle, not got that versatility in terms of how you can carry it? So I don't want to make a mistake with the vintage baguette. I want to get the right one. I'm very much, if it's meant to be, it will meant to be. The right one will come along. So far it hasn't, but there will be one at some point perhaps that ticks all the boxes in terms of, yes, I will get the wear out of it to justify it only being top handle, and it will have some sort of colour or pattern that I will be able to incorporate into my wardrobe. So that's why so far I haven't got a vintage baguette, but I do love the more up-to-date regular size baguettes. I love the fact that you can crossbody them as well. They've got the double D rings on. So very much high up on my wish list was another regular size baguette. I had my blue Napa leather one when I did that wish list, and since then I have actually managed to get 2 new regular size baguettes, and I fulfilled the wish of having one in Celleria and having a raffia bag. My raffia bag is this one. I had a raffia bag on my wish list. It didn't have to be Fendi or a baguette. I just wanted a raffia bag, but of course as soon as this came out, or as soon as I was aware that this was coming out, a gorgeous, beautiful raffia Fendi baguette in the exact kind of raffia I wanted, a creamy yellowy raffia here with dark brown leather edging, which is what I wanted, because I think I said when I unboxed this and I showed pictures of the 2 other raffia bags I bought in the past that had exactly the same kind of look about them with leather edging and the raffia in the middle there, but I'd sent both of them back because they just weren't right, and this was 3rd time lucky, this was the right one. So yeah, so when this came out, it was a bit of a no-brainer for me really. It was like, yeah, this is the one I've got to get. This ticks the box for a regular size baguette and a raffia bag. And this has not disappointed. I've loved this. I wore this so much in the summer. It came to New York with me. It came out every day in New York with me. Of course, I have the crossbody strap that goes with it as well, which I bought at the same time. And yeah, it's beautiful bag. Absolutely love it. I'm so pleased I've got my raffia bag and that it was a regular size baguette. So fulfilled the wish of adding a regular size baguette in, and then out of the blue I added another one in, another regular size baguette, this beautiful one which I did get from Una in Celleria, this gorgeous green. Still got my little charm on it from when I went up to Harrods recently with the lovely Gwenny from Styled by Gwenny, and we made charms together. But yes, I have my beautiful green baguette. I have my matching strap, which I managed to get unbelievably from Bicester Village. So yeah, I definitely fulfilled my wish of more regular size baguettes, and I've got 2 more, so I've got 3 now. Absolutely thrilled with these, and as I say, it's shown me, given the amount of times I've used these, I've used my blue regular size baguette. The regular size baguette is my size baguette. It's the right one for me, and I'm not saying there won't be minis in my future. Of course there will be more mini baguettes in my future, but I think that there will definitely be plenty more regular size baguettes going forward. Definitely going on the wish list for next year, which again I talked about in one of my previous vlogs, is a black regular size Napa leather baguette. I know black is neutral, I know I'm in my colour era at the moment, but I do still use my black bags. I love my black bags, and I just would love a regular size baguette in black. If I had a regular size baguette in black, I could see it probably becoming my most used bag, to be honest, because yeah, black is still very much a feature of my bags and the ones I use the most, certainly for work and you know, more winter occasions and so on. So yeah, a regular size baguette in black is definitely on the cards maybe next year. So yeah, I'm very happy with my Fendi items this year. A few things I got this year from Fendi that weren't on the wish list, but are always on my wish list. Fendi Colibris. I bought a few more pairs of Fendi Colibris. Yes, I didn't have specific ones on my wish list, but I knew if ones came out that I liked, I would probably be buying those. And I have just unboxed my most recent pair of Fendi Colibris as well. So yeah, so very happy with Fendi. A lot of things from my wish list last year were Fendi, and I've managed to pick most of those up. So there is one item left that was on my wish list, and this was something I really didn't hold out a lot of hope of getting, mainly because of the prices of these particular items these days. However, it was another Chanel wallet on chain. I'm very fortunate. I have my black one, black caviar with silver hardware. Absolutely love that. I bought it a number of years ago. I've used it so much, and it is just one of my favourite bags, one of my favourite luxury items. And I wanted another one because I love the wallet on chain. I think it's such a great usable design of bag, or SLG. It's not considered a bag, is it? But I view it as a bag. And I really wanted another one in a different colour. I really wasn't sure what that colour might be. I kind of said at the time I may look at beige, but I think in the back of my head I knew beige was not going to be the right colour for me. I wanted something that was more colourful, not really a neutral as such. I was thinking of pinks, I was thinking of blues, greens, and yeah, I just said at the time, I'm sure on the video, I said, you know, I'll know when it comes along, I'll know. And I did, because this came along, didn't it? When I was in New York, and I got this from Fashion File, and I saw it on the website prior to going, when I was doing all my research, and my heart did a little flip when I saw this, and I thought, I love that. The green, maybe it's going to be green. I had a couple of others I looked at. When I got there, I looked at blue, I looked at pink. I did look at a beige one, I think, as well. But yeah, this one had my heart right from the start, really. And I think I was only really trying the other ones on to kind of just 100% eliminate them and know that this was definitely going to be the one. I did look at the pink one. There was a very beautiful pink one, but yeah, it just came down to this one in the end. It had to be the green. So yeah, I'm so thrilled with this. This is my beautiful green wallet on chain. I honestly didn't think I was going to fulfill that aspect of my wish list because of the prices of these. I knew how much these are now brand new from the boutique. When I knew that we were going to Fashion File in New York, it then became, well, maybe, just maybe, I could get one of these from Fashion File, because looking at the website they always have quite a few available, and this is a much better price than what I've had to have paid brand new in the boutique. So yeah, absolutely thrilled with this. My second wallet on chain in a beautiful colour. Wasn't sure I was going to be able to get that this year, but absolutely thrilled that that has been a wish fulfilled from my 2024 wish list. So that's it, that's where we are. I shall try and put out a wish list at the beginning of 2025 with obviously some of the items I've mentioned that I'm rolling over, and possibly some new items as well. But yeah, I'm very happy with what I've managed to get from my wish list this year so far. And I'm not disappointed at all about the things I haven't been able to get. There's been reasons, or they're just something that will happily continue on my list next year. I will probably put out a video of best luxury purchases in 2024, and probably, you know, no surprises, some of these will probably feature on that, but there'll be other items as well. As I say, there's a few things here and there that weren't on the wish list which I've managed to purchase as well, so there will be some different items on that as well. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you watching. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye everyone.